Alright, boys. Kuro Game just released well, not just released, this is 14 hours ago. They released a new trailer for version 1.1 of Wuthering Waves, and I'm really excited for it. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be breaking down this trailer and trying to see if I can find anything within the game art aspect of it, and also talk about some of the stuff that may be confirmed in this. One thing I'm hoping for is that we get to fight Jue, I think, either in this update or some future update. I feel like there's a quest that's going to lead to that just because of all the stuff that was set up in chapter 1. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to watch it, try to watch it silently, but I'll probably comment on a few things as we go, and then I'll probably do some art analysis afterwards. So if you're wondering why this video is so long, that's why. Anyway, let's just get into it. Love the perspective there.
I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside.
Good camera work already.
Responding.
Okay, so this is the mountain we were seeing in the distance a while ago. Wow. This is a really nice change of scenery, and I love the use of color theory. Wow. What? Ooh, okay.
This Ouija board and the Sonorosphere, they are both a puzzle
Holy
and
God.
an answer. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette. Clear as a blaze.
I need her. I need her already. This is my first time seeing her. I've seen art of her before, but
Shall we proceed?
I've never seen her gameplay. I've avoided leaks as much as possible.
Some people must be itching to pounce.
Chun-Li. Okay.
But we both have something we'll
Actually, isn't that
fiercely
Chun-Li?
defend.
I think that's Chun-Li.
Shine forevermore. Divine moon.
I don't think it's meant to be pronounced Chun-Li,
Moment of
but I don't know.
awakening. Sacred light.
She has Jue as like a part of her abilities? That's insane. Sorry.
Fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city.
This game is almost over.
Restore the tithe. From where does this unfounded confidence arise?
You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light, but I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
Okay. Oh wait, the trailer isn't done yet. Oh, it has some like gameplay. Okay, before we get into that, let's talk about the trailer. Before we get into the spotlight stuff, let's talk about the trailer that we just witnessed. From an art director's perspective, okay, I'm a junior art director. I'm not anything crazy. I have my own little indie game studio that I'm trying to do stuff on. But this is like, oh my god, it's so cool. Because we can see, like, I don't know if it'll show. Yeah, okay, so like you can see the Threnodian in the distance, right? If you go from the bottom of the main island that we have accessible in the game right now and look off the coast, you can see, even from the big mountain, if you just look off to the side, like down the map, you'll see this dragon head off in the distance, and it's really cool. Like I looked at that and I was like, there's no way they put that landmark there and didn't intend to expand on it within like less than 2 updates. Like that means they already know what the environment is gonna look like. So like, it's just, yeah, there's no way they put that landmark out there and just never ever do anything with it. So I'm so glad that this is the first place that we actually get unlocked, and I'm also really happy that we're getting a new area, a new zone 1 month after the game's released. That's absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it. This is already so promising. I'm gonna like this video. This is already so promising. From an art director's perspective, this is like a masterwork as well. This is the kind of stuff that I was talking about when I first reacted to Wuthering Waves reveal trailers. I was like, Some of the art in the first area just doesn't feel like if you looked at it from any angle, it wouldn't be, you know, a masterpiece. It would still look good, don't get me wrong, but a masterpiece is different from looking good or great or awesome or fantastic. It's like a masterpiece is something that's like, especially in game design and level design, it's like it needs to look just as gorgeous from any angle. Like if you did a full 360 around it, you would still find like a wallpaper out of that, basically. So I'm pretty confident in their artistic skills for this zone. Now that I've seen it, because I'm like, okay, we've seen like the giant banyan, right? And that was like one of the coolest, like visually stunning things in the world of Wuthering Waves at the moment, and also the big Threnodian. Also, at the beginning of the game, the statue of Jue that's like right there, it greets you. Those are things that like really stick out as art staples in the game right now. So seeing this is like another thing that's like, it's taking it up to another notch. It's something that's just completely, I don't know, I've never seen anything like this in terms of environment design, especially for a video game. Like Genshin Impact does have an area called Dragon's Spine that's cold, so you can make this comparison, right? But this is quite literally like Dragon's Spine. Like, I don't, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the literal, like, this is the, if you were to take the word Dragon Spine and make that into a environment design, that's this. Like, we're literally sliding down the Dragon Spine right here. And that is so literal. But this is just absolutely gorgeous, dude. The use of colors. I like that they still have some of the enemies from the other areas. Like, I see Gullpuffs right there. Which is like, you know, it's nice to have new enemies, and I know that there will be new enemies, but it's also nice to still have some familiarity. Why am I struggling to speak English? It's nice to have some familiarity, and honestly, just in terms of use of color, I've talked about this, but I haven't actually like expanded upon it. Just their use of like warms and cools, basically. So they have all these like red rocks, and then the snow is layered on top of that. It's just a really cool way to like break apart the usual aesthetics of like a cold region, cold mountainous region. Using red clay and red soil is perfect for this sort of scenario, because it fosters in a new, basically a new style of life, I would say. It's just, I don't know, it's great. And I love the design of this village. Some of the trees are just pure white and they look absolutely gorgeous. This is the kind of stuff that I really appreciate. It also reminds me a lot of some of the environment designs that I did for my comic a while ago. Maybe you'll get to see it in color whenever that comic actually finishes. I don't know, but really, 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 really happy about that. There used to be a time, sorry, I'm like going off topic here on a little tangent. I promise I'll get back to the trailer. There used to be a time where I would see things like that I was concepting in my comic. I would see things like that sort of make it onto mainstream media or games or TV shows, whatever. And I would kind of get upset about it because I was like, man, I thought I was making something original. But since then, I've sort of matured in terms of art, and I'm like, okay, if I'm making something, somebody's already done it. Like, somebody's already done it. It's just the way that I execute it is going to be unique to me. So that's why I'm like, I'm happy to see this sort of stuff, because it gives me a new perspective, and I can take inspiration from it as well. Also, another thing, now that we have the full open shot of the village, there's something that's like, that often gets overlooked by a lot of people who just casually play a game, right? And sometimes even artists don't notice, but the world itself is generally the building block for the main character's character design, like their use of color for the main character. They have to be able to blend into any environment. If they're ever a sore thumb in any environment ever, it's just not gonna be good. So usually, if they're making a new environment after the main character has been established, they're going to establish the color theory of that environment around the main character. And usually the main character uses some sort of like neutral color so that they can sort of blend in with anything. And hence why the rover is mostly black and gray. But even then, there's still some things that just like, You have to be careful with how dark you make the environments and what colors you're using as the key whenever you have a dark environment. So if you're using blue, that works. But if you're using gray, it's going to be a little bit, it needs to be artistically specific. If you're using gray, there needs to be a reason behind it. Because we have a main character that's gray, and we want to make sure that there's always visual clarity and all that stuff. So yeah, just throwing that out there, just letting people know it's often very much taken into consideration the character designs that exist already, not just the main character. It's about all the playable characters, all the characters that will stand in that environment. Will they look good in it or will they not? And yeah, it's a very important part of design. Whenever people say they're designing something, environment design, character design, whatever, it is so important that you don't forget that the design is part of that, is part of that term. Like, a lot of people will just draw something that they think is cool, and then they call that a character design or an environment design. That's not a design at that point. It needs to have functionality. That's part of design. That's why architectural designs or vehicle designs, you know, even down to computer designs or gaming console designs, it's all about how the functionality works, how cohesive it is it user-friendly, like all of that stuff. So that's the sort of stuff that goes into this. These are the constraints that people are working with, and they're still making beautiful stuff like this, which is absolutely amazing. This is honestly, like, this art direction, this level of artistry is reminiscent of, you know, I feel like if I say this, people are gonna say that it's like blasphemy, but this is reminiscent of From Software's level of art direction, where there's just so many little details, and absolutely perfect reusage of assets. I don't think people will notice how many assets here are reused, but there are a lot of them, and some of them are randomized, but a lot of them are just reused and just pasted around, but it looks so beautifully done that you can't even tell. Like, this is amazing. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I love this sort of take on the structural design in the game, where it's like everything still feels modern, but it's also taken back to a fantasy land as well at the same time, which again is something I was doing in my comics, but like this is something that's done on a masterful level, from an actual team. And so I can pull inspiration from this stuff and be like, okay, so this is how I can design the buildings that I had in my head. Like, this is how I can get them to translate on screen to some extent. I'm not just gonna copy it, but you know, just saying, like, this is the sort of stuff that I absolutely love. This looks like something out of a traditional Chinese painting, not gonna lie. Like, this is, that right there, I feel like that's a masterwork. Like, when you step into that area, it's gonna be picturesque no matter where you stand.
This Weichi board and the Sonorosphere, they are both a puzzle and an answer. Allow me to
Look at that, like, look at the, I love how they're using symmetry to their advantage. Usually in art, in artistic design and all this stuff is like, you use asymmetry to your advantage to sort of like make things feel more, more realistic. And they're still using asymmetry within symmetry. So they're taking like this rock formation that's like chopped out into perfect blocks, right, on both sides. And then it's sort of like, it has the same engravings, but it's cracked different from on the right side as opposed to the left side. There's also like some of the overgrowth from the red vines is like more so on the left side than it is on the right side. You know, just imbalancing things like that, but keeping this symmetricality in terms of like the structure itself. I love it. Usually there's something that's like destroyed about it to sort of break it apart, but this is like very intentionally symmetrical.
The proper etiquette.
Clear as the blaze. Crosscut. Sever.
And here we can actually talk about some character design as well, because Shangli has this sort of like, I really like her, the way that her hair is. Initially I thought that her hair was just short, but it's actually worn back in a ponytail, which is really cool. I love the two-tone as well, like having the pink up top and then it sort of fades to like a platinum-ish white.
Crosscut. Sever.
I really do enjoy it. Also, I notice she has these markings around her collarbone. And I don't know what exactly they're indicative of, but I like their use of it. It's sort of like, it gives the feeling of like a peacock, right? That's the vibe that I get from it. Because like when a peacock lifts its feathers off the, I don't remember what it's called, but basically when it flares its plumage, I don't know the terminology, but it has like a very similar shape generally, where it's like almost like an eye but not quite. I always think of it as like fiery eyes. That's the way I think of it.
The divine.
But yeah, this is very, very peacock-like. Like, I don't know if she's supposed to be like a phoenix or something,
Crosscut.
but
Sever.
that's the vibe I'm getting with the flame on her arm, like the flame design there, and then when she uses her ability, it's like this big thing that looks like peacock feathers going up, or phoenix
The
feathers.
divine.
Like, look at that. There's even a sound design thing that sounds like a bird's call, so
Flames.
yeah.
Shall we proceed?
Most likely a phoenix, which begs the question of what her story is. Is she supposed to die and rebirth, or what?
The storm
That's my
is
question
coming.
now. If she's a phoenix,
Some people must be itching to pounce.
But we both have something we'll fiercely defend. Shine forevermore, divine moon.
Jinzhou, I actually really like the fact that she has Jue as like a component of her attacks.
Beginning. Sacred light.
Really cool. That's so cool. I need to look at that ult again. I need to look at the ult again, because that's just
Divine moon's blessing. Moment of awakening.
I love the way that they animated this. It's so cleverly done.
Sacred light.
Man,
A fateful clash between the Sentinel and
it's crazy. It's crazy. Someone spent their time making the, like, these patterns that exist in the game are usually like painted out one time and then they sort of just like duplicate it over multiple usage. So you'll see like it's the same pattern but it's mirrored and flipped across each like division of this wall. But yeah, same pattern, just flipped and rotated. But it's really cool how they use it, and I don't know. I know what goes into this stuff. Like, it's just someone sat there in like Adobe Illustrator or something and just did a bunch of little rings around each other and then like did the little runic markings and all. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's cool.
myself that would shape the fate of our city.
This game is almost over.
And I can't overlook the music as well. The music is absolutely gorgeous.
Restore the time. From where justice...
This right here is a true work of art, dude. This feels like something out of a movie shot. Like, this is everything I would want out of high fantasy China, honestly. It's just awesome.
Confidence arise.
You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light, but I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
That music gives me chills. Absolutely excellent. I love the way that this is animated as well. This could be done in Live 2D, it could be done in After Effects, it could be done in multiple different programs that can handle 2D sprite animation, but I think it's probably Live 2D, just because that's most common around Asia. We also get to see our familiar again, as you can see in the background next to Jue and next to us, the rover. You can see our familiar right there. At least I think that's our familiar. It looks like it. But I love how like Jue's tail is like billowing over the clouds. We have Shengli back there. So these are all like the characters that are gonna play massive roles, right? Jinzhou, Shengli, and Jue. Which I'm very much looking forward to what this has for us, because I feel like if we're going to an area that has a big dragon as its landmark, we have a character who uses Jue in her attacks. I'm pretty sure, it's just my assumption off of Chapter 1, and I have a review coming out, hopefully before this releases, that will sort of speculate on what I think. I haven't looked at leaks again, so I just, like, I hope that we are going, because I feel like if there's anyone who has a neutral, like a completely gray moral standing toward us as the rover, it would probably be Jue. And because of that, I think Jue is going to put us through a trial of some sort, and we will have to fight Jue. That's what I think. That's what I've been speculating after all of Chapter 1, paying attention to the story for the review that I was trying to put together. That's what I think. Okay? Now, I'm gonna watch the gameplay spotlight stuff separately, I think. Just, like, I don't know. I feel like it's probably just gonna be a bunch of... Oh, wait. Does this actually confirm it? Because I see the Sentinel Jue right there. Okay, well, okay. Alright. I guess, let's see. New gameplay. Echo Challenge Clang What? What is that? What the fuck? Okay. New puzzles, okay. Pressure platform, stone lift, light emitter, and light gatherer. Leap device. That is... The fact that they already have, like, insane movement mechanics in this game, you can actually look up a video on Twitter and on YouTube about the advanced movement mechanics in Wuthering Waves, but they're adding even more now. And another good quality of life change that I know that they're making is, currently, after you clear a tacit field, there's a short cutscene that plays that shows you, like, where the thing is for you to collect a reward. They're removing that now, which is good because nobody needed that cutscene. We already knew that there was going to be a reward afterward, so it was just kind of wasting our time to, like, look at that for like 2 seconds and not be able to move. It felt a little bit mind-numbing to just sit there forced to watch it, so I'm glad that they're removing that. Chrono Sorter. That's pretty cool. Sentinel. Okay, yeah, that's an echo. Wow, okay, so... Alright, yeah. We have Jue as an echo skill now, which means Jue is a boss that we can fight and acquire the echo. Alright, there it is, before my review even dropped. God damn it, God. Why? Alright, so I'm gonna have to go back and edit that. At least, like, put a little note, because I was speculating real hard. I'm glad that it got confirmed, but I wish I would have released that review sooner. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whoa! Okay. Oh my god, dodo birds! They look like little dodo birds! Okay. So the Light Crusher is cool. Glacio Dreadmane. Okay. Lava Larva. What the fuck? What? New weapons. Blazing Brilliance and what? Ages of Harvest. Okay. They're both broad blades. Okay. New area events. Cool. A new... Okay, so they're expanding the depths of Elusive Realm. Nice. Tactical Simulacra. Okay. Alright. Nice. Another event, dude, we have so many events coming this patch, so much content. We also have a 7-day login event that gives us 5 feature banner pulls and 5 standard. And then we get a 10 pull for special check-ins. Log into the game and receive rewards on those dates. All right, so on July 4th. 4th of July? Okay. We get 10 pulls of every single kind. So we get a collective 15 pulls on the standard and featured banner and a 10 pull on the weapon banner. Which is insane. I hate to say it, but Genshin would never. Now, Star Rail might. Star Rail might. Genshin? No. Not in a million years. Anyway, very happy about this. Very, 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 very happy about this. I like this a lot. That's pretty much all of my thoughts, I think. That is pretty much all of my thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I don't know how you managed to watch this entire time, and I don't know. I don't know. I kind of just reacted to things pretty blandly. Aside from maybe the art breakdown stuff, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that. But I hope you enjoyed it, nonetheless. I'm going to be making more content on this channel pretty soon. Take care. I hope to see you on the next video, whenever that may be. It'll probably be my review video, but I don't know. I still have a lot more things to react to, including previous Honkai Impact 3rd animated shorts, so we'll be going over those very soon. Bye-bye.